Successful machine learning depends on high-quality data, but building training data sets can be a complex and code-intensive process. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Upsolver to create a data set for machine learning with behavioral features in just a few minutes. In this example, we're going to be predicting if a user will click on an advertisement based on their historical behavior. Each row in our data set is an impression where a user was shown an advertisement. We'll create an output to Amazon S3, which will incrementally add new rows to our data set as they arrive. Upsolver makes it easy to build a user profile with historical data. We will use the ratio between impressions and clicks of the user over the last 7 days and how many times the user was shown this ad in the last year. In order to add the historical features, we'll simply use the Upsolver UI to create a lookup from the impression stream. We're going to join on the user ID and add a count star aggregation. We'll set the time window to 7 days and add this field. Now we can do the same thing, but look up from the click stream. Now that we have both values, let's divide the results in order to get the click-through ratio. Finally, let's add the number of times the user was shown this ad in the last year. For that, we'll look up from the impression stream again, and this time we'll join on both the user ID and the campaign ID. We'll again add a count star aggregation and set the time window to 365 days. Now that we have the data, we can proceed to label our data set. In order to do that in Upsolver, we'll create a lookup from the click stream. This time, we'll join on the ID field and add a count star aggregation to find out if there was a click for this impression. We'll change the time range to get data from up to 1 hour in the future. This will allow the click to arrive up to 1 hour after the impression and still be counted as a positive label. The label of our data set should be 1 if this user ended up clicking the ad, and 0 if there was no corresponding click event. Let's do a case when on the star field to do that. Finally, we'll add all the features we've created to our data set and click Run to start creating our data set. Within minutes, we will start to see our data set being generated on S3. We now have labeled data that's ready for model training and which we can easily update based on changing requirements, allowing data scientists to focus on actual data science rather than data preparation.